Online games are amazing, right? I mean, it's so much fun to jump into new worlds and play with your friends. But, just like a real playground, the online world has some safety rules, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today.
So, here's our plan. First, we'll talk about how these games are more than just games. Then, we'll look at the dangerous plans some strangers use. We'll get into why moving to a private chat is a really big deal, how this can lead to real-world trouble, and then we'll finish up with the most important part, how you can spot the signs and stay safe.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing we've got to understand is that these aren't just games on a screen. Nope. They're basically huge online playgrounds where millions of people from all over are hanging out together.
And let's be real, the best part is playing with your friends, isn't it? You get to team up, go on missions, and just chat and have a good time. It's a huge part of how we all hang out.
But here's the thing you always have to remember. Since it's online, it's not just your friends in that playground. It's this massive, open world full of strangers. And yeah, most people are just there to have fun and play the game. But some people are there for very different and very dangerous reasons.
And that brings us to something super important. Those people who want to cause trouble, they actually have a plan. It's not random. They follow a step-by-step guide, a playbook, to turn a fun game into something really unsafe.
So here it is, the Predator's playbook. It's really just 4 steps. First, they pretend they're your friend. Then, they work really hard to build your trust. After that, they try to get you to keep secrets. And the whole point of all this, their main goal, is the last step, to move the conversation out of the game.
Let's look a little closer at that second step, building trust. This isn't just about being nice, okay? It's a trick. They'll pretend to be your age, they'll give you lots of compliments like, wow, you're so good at this game, and they'll want to play with you all the time. They do all this for one reason, to make you feel like you found a new best friend.
And yeah, that's exactly right. That is the entire goal. It feels like a real friendship, but it's not. It's a setup so they can use that trust against you later.
So once they think they have your trusts, they move on to step 3, making it a secret. This right here is a massive flashing red light. They'll say stuff like, this is our little secret, okay? Don't tell your parents. But just think about it for a second. Would a real friend ever ask you to hide your friendship from your family? No way.
Okay, now we're at the big one. This is what the whole playbook is for, to get you to move to a private chat, away from the game. This is probably the most dangerous red flag of all.
And here's why it's so risky. Look at the difference. Inside the game, the chat is kind of public. Other players can see it. It's like talking in the middle of the playground. But on a private app, it's just you and them. It's secret. There's nobody watching. And that means they have all the control.
And because you're in that private space, the questions start to get way more dangerous. This is when they might ask for your real name, what school you go to, or even ask for pictures of you. And I need to be completely serious here. You never, ever share that kind of information with a stranger online. Ever.
It's easy to think, well, this is all just online. It's not real life. But that's where we have to be really careful, because this online danger can absolutely turn into real-world danger. This part's a little scary, but it's so important that you know.
So you're probably asking yourself, wait, does this kind of thing actually happen for real? Can someone get hurt from talking to a person in a video game?
And I'm really sorry to say it, but the answer is yes. It does happen. This isn't from a movie or a scary story. This is from a real case where an online friend used the exact playbook we've been talking about, convinced a kid to meet them in person, and it led to a real-life kidnapping. It is that serious.
Now let's be super clear about something. The game is not the bad guy here. The game itself is just, well, it's just a game. But bad people can use it as a tool. It's a tool they use to find and talk to kids.
Okay, I know that was all really heavy, but knowing this stuff is your superpower. Now you know the tricks they use. So let's finish up by talking about what you can do. Let's focus on how to spot the signs so you can protect yourself and stay in control. So here they are, the biggest red flags to watch for. If anyone asks you to keep secrets from your parents, if they want to move to a different app, if they start asking for personal info or photos, or even if they just make you feel weird or uncomfortable, those are huge warning signs. And if you see any of them, you stop talking to that person right away, and you go tell a parent or an adult you trust. That is the most important thing you can do.
So we're going to leave you with this one last thing to think about. We want you to go have fun, play your games, have a blast, but always be smart, always be aware and always ask yourself this one simple question. Who are you really playing with?